What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about AMC GME as well as the overall broader market. So today AMC was down for 7.67% for the day. It had a high of $12.50. The average volume on AMC is around 52 million, but today's volume was around 26.45 million. The volume has definitely gone down a slight bit as compared to what it was yesterday, but the most important and the good thing for the apes out there is that the AMC and GME price are not getting affected that much as compared to the overall broader market. Now big names like Tesla, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Google, they all are having a major sell off. Even the big indexes like SPY, Nasdaq and QQQ are all getting a big hit on them, but AMC and GME are still holding very well. Now let's come over to the GameStop. Now GameStop was down for 2.75%, when the overall broader market like SPY, it was down for 3.31%, but GameStop was just down for 2.75%. You can imagine the kind of faith the investors have in the GameStop as well as AMC. Now the GameStop had a high of $129.28. The average volume on GameStop is around 5.18 million, but today's volume was around 2.50 million. So the volume is pretty low. Still the investors are waiting for a bottom, because as soon as we're gonna get some sort of a bottom on the overall broader market, or we get some sort of a bear rally, then we can expect 100% at least on the GameStop. Now let's come over to the SPY. Now SPY was down for 3.31% for the day. That's a lot of downtrend. It had a high of $370.94. Now, like I mentioned in my yesterday's video, we were expecting a rally to be coming in from today onwards. Just in my previous video a day before, I mentioned there are a lot of big money, those who are betting towards the downside of the overall broader market. And just before the Fed meeting, they were placing these bets, they were predicting a doomsday, and I was also expecting some sort of a downtrend is going to come. But then the next day the market went up, and it was pre-planned. Option flow never lies. So the day before, the option flow was extremely bearish, and on the day when Jerome Powell increased the 75 basis point, everybody started placing call option, and the market maker knows what the retail is basically doing. So that's what they capitalized today. And the overall broader market had a major sell off. Even a lot of indexes all around the world had a pretty major sell off. Now we can look at the overall broader market all around the world, and we can see majority of the index all around the world are having a severe downtrend. And that's what happened yesterday in Europe. A lot of big indexes over there were down. That's what created a little bit more pressure onto the downside for the overall broader market in the US. Now we are definitely due for a bounce that can happen any moment from here onwards. Now myself as well, I'm trying to figure out where the bottom is going to be from here onwards, because we have been in this kind of a downtrend from almost 7 to 8 weeks. We have been going continuously in the downtrend. This was the high that we had a month back, that was $462.03, and after that we have been just going down on the SPY. And these gaps that we are having in the chart of the SPY, these need to be filled. And we never know how much of a downtrend we're going to expect here on the SPY, and after that we're going to get a major rally which are going to fill up these two gaps. And we are definitely due for a bounce on the overall broader market, because you cannot just go in one direction. Market maker knows exactly what the retail is doing. Now majority of the retail is on to the downside. Somehow this bounce was pretty much convincing for the retail to buy the call option. I'm pretty sure a lot of people lost a little bit money today, because they were all expecting that the market is going to go up, and we had the gaps in between over here which is most likely to be filled. But you never know how this is going to play out from here onwards. But we are most likely close to a bottom. We are definitely going to get some sort of a rally which is going to kill all these put options and the short positions. The shorts are going to start covering, which is going to create more massive squeeze in the overall broader market and many of the major stocks. Now let's come over to the options flow for the AMC. Now we increase the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. Now these two whales were buying call and put option, which doesn't indicate anything towards the upside or to the downside. Now when I bring down the premium and see what exactly the mini whale and the retails are doing, majority of them are on to the downside and they are buying put options, which indicates there is a lot of negative sentiment coming towards the AMC. But the kind of price action the AMC is holding right now, it indicates that the market maker cannot short this stock way too much. Now I have bring down the premium a slight bit more and see the mini retail is doing, and majority of them are on to the upside. That's surprising, but there are still quite a lot of put buying that is happening from the retail side as well. on AMC, but right now I personally believe there is not much of a downside that is left in AMC. We might experience some sort of a squeeze coming into it, but definitely the market maker is having a pretty close eye watching both AMC as well as GME. They don't want these two stocks to be getting out of control. Now let's come over to the options flow for the GameStop. Now have increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. Now majority of the whales are on to the downside. They are buying this $150 put option that came in a line. These are 217 days expiration. And these individuals are very confident that the GME is going to go down from here onwards. Now, I don't bet towards the downside on the GameStop until unless it had almost over 100%, because this seems to be pretty risky right now, because if we had some sort of a significant upward momentum coming into the overall product market, GME is the first one to go 100%. And secondly, I believe BBIG, this is not a financial advice, this is just what I'm gonna do, that's what I'm sharing with you. Now I bring down the premium a slight bit more to see what exactly the retail is doing. Now majority of them are on to the upside and they are buying these call options and betting that the GameStop is going to keep going up from here onwards. The rest, there was nothing majorly suspicious coming out of the options for the GameStop. Now let's come over to the options for the SPY. Now I've increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. Now all these whales are buying put option and they are betting a huge amount of money to the downside. These two bet came in. There was this $340 put option that's going to expire in 364 days. He's buying 15,127 contract. He's paying $37.8 million for it. There was this one $360 put option that's going to expire in 35 days. He's buying 38,000 contracts. This individual is paying $39.6 million for it. That's a huge amount of money to be betting on a stock which has already gone down significantly, and we are close to some sort of a uptrend. You never know how this is going to play out, but I personally believe we are close to a bottom and we're going to have some sort of a rally coming into the stock market maybe next week or following week, which can create a lot of these put option to go worthless. Now I've decreased the premium a little bit and see what exactly the mini whales are doing. Majority of them again are onto the downside and they are buying put options heavily on SPY and they are betting that the overall bottom market is going to keep going down from here onwards. That's the sentiment the market maker picks up. Now they are definitely one-sided. Everybody is buying put option. Everybody is betting that this SPY is going to keep going down from here onwards. And this is what the market maker is going to look upon. If they see that these people are just literally betting to the one side, then they're going to flip the market, which can create all these put option worthless. Now when I bring down the premium a little bit more further, then I see some sort of a call buying is happening on the SPY, but these are way too much deep in the money call option. There won't be much of a damage on these positions if the market keep going down, and the SPY doesn't go down 10-15% in a day. It goes down slowly, so these people will be having some sort of a time to get out of these trades. But if the overall bottom market started going up or had some sort of a small rally into it, these trades are going to make quite a bit of money for them. But right now majority of them are still on to the downside, but there are some of the call buying that is happening. The rest, there was nothing majorly suspicious coming out of the options flow for the SPY. So thanks for watching my video. Please like and subscribe my channel, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.